Hello, everybody. So let's keep going. Let's try Mark and King James here, chapter 8. In those days, the multitude being very great, having nothing to eat, Jesus called his disciples unto him and saith unto them, I have compassion on the multitude because they have now been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. So they've basically been fasting with Jesus. Imagine. And if I send them away fasting to their own houses, they will faint by the way. For divers of them came from afar. In other words, large numbers of them came from afar. For some of them have come a long distance. Earthquakes in diverse nations means earthquakes in various areas. So, well, let's keep going. The King James is poetic. The New Living is just easy. And again, sometimes it leaves out verses. Hang on a second. We're in Mark, and we notice that it must have been 6:11 that was left out because there it is. Or maybe it was 7:16. That's probably what it was 7:16. And so it is a good thing that we that's why I bring up both, because when that one was missing, we just clicked and read it in the King James. It said those that have ears to listen. Wonder if it'll give us the verse. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. There it is. Hey, even remember the verse. How cool is that? Hey, that's cool. So it's going to happen again at Mark 9:44 and 46. So we'll try to remember that. He commanded the people to sit down at the ground, and he took 7 loaves and gave them thanks and break and gave to his disciples and set before them that it set before the people. And they had a few small fishes, and they blessed and commanded to set them before them also. And they did eat, and they were filled. And they took up the broken meat that was left, 7 baskets. And they had eaten, and they that had eaten were about 4,000, and sent them away. Fascinating. If you were to ask me, Trey, did that really happen? I would say, absolutely it did. Don't be tricked. Don't be fooled. The world was very supernatural at that time when Jesus was there. He was the supernatural. In those days, and it will be like that at the end times. In those days of the multitude being very great and having nothing. Oh, that's because I flipped them. Let's go to Revelation, and we are going to finish 11, get into 12, which is a very complex chapter. And the 420 elders which sat before God on their seats fell upon their faces and worshiped God, saying, We give thee thanks, O Lord Almighty, which art and wast and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and hast reigned. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. This has all been God's wrath for chapters. And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. Wow. This could be a very amazing time, and it's not that far off. Months, year, 2 years. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet. There was upon her head a crown of 7 stars. Revelation chapter 12, In the Sky, 2017. It was September 23rd. Yeah. There appeared a great winter in heaven. It was on September 23rd, by the way, 2017. A woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for. We'll get the rest of that tomorrow.